in Turn It Up. Connor coming off the round win at Melton a few weeks ago. A bit of a surprise for not only himself but also for the team. But it just shows you about the consistency. To finish first you must finish. The second boat just down into turn number one at the moment is the BNR Engines boat of Brett Nidri, a former world hydroplane champion and a relative newcomer to blown alcohol displacement boats. Connor Patterson getting that boat to chine walk on the entry into turn number one. Now backs right out of it. And the third boat out on the course at the moment is Immortal, driven by Mark Gauchi. Beautiful blue and silver boat. So Connor back into it now. Brett Nidri starting to find his straps with this blown alcohol boat. Only probably second or third round, but getting quicker every time he goes for a drive in this boat as Connor Patterson hits a bit of rough water, gets the boat right out of the water. Brett Nidri boat sounding awesome as it goes down into turn number one. Really gets out of it through the corners, trying to calm the boat down, and then hard into the gas again. So one thing that you will see over the weekend is these boats, anywhere from about a third of the way down the main straights, they start rocking and rolling from one side of the boat to the other. We call that chine walking. And if you don't deal with it, it can be very detrimental to your result. And we end up having boats go upside down. But a big key to these boats is to be able to get them out of the corners. 2,000 horsepower some of these boats have got, and they just jump. Of course, when you got the propeller out of the water, you're not going forwards. So Connor Patterson now in Turn It Up. He's right out of the gas. A bit of rough water there caused by Immortal. And Connor just backing out of that and heading back to the boat ramp. Brett Nidri also back to the boat ramp. So it's just Immortal out there at the moment with Mark Gauchi behind the wheel. Tilts it in. He'll be looking for a fast run down the main straight this time. He gently applies 2,000 horsepower. And again, the boat starting to chine walk, and that's when he gets out of the gas to try and calm the boat down. So another two boats making their way out for a couple of practice runs as well. And so Mark Gauchi has now called it quits in Immortal. And we'll pick up our other boats as soon as they come past. A good opening practice laps here for Connor Patterson in Turn It Up. As I said, the previous round winner of the National Drivers' Championship, and he is going to be an impressive guy to look at over the next couple of rounds. Let's see whether Connor can go on with it. This looks like this might be Odin. Yeah, it is. It's Ryan Constable in Odin, just coming over the start-finish line, down into turn number one. Mark Gauchi in Immortal, he's returning to the pits. Couldn't quite pick up on the red one. Could be Rastus, could be Explicit. Sounds like the six-cylinder Barra out there at the moment. As he winds up the turbocharged six-cylinder Ford product. Ryan Constable looking very strong down into turn number 1, and something from the exhaust there on when he backed it down. Could have been a little bit of oil getting up into the cylinders, or a bit of oil on the extractors as he fires it down the back straight, and a bit of a pop from the motor, and that's not good for Odin. He's got a bit of smoke definitely trailing out of the back end of that boat. It made a distinctive pop 3/4 of the way down the main straight. So Ryan and his brother, they have a little bit of work to do on that boat before they get ready for qualifying coming up a little bit later on this afternoon. And that looks like Explicit, which, as I said, driven by Chris Hearn, and it's a 6-cylinder Barra. You find it in a late model Ford Falcon. You strap a couple of turbos on it, put it on methanol, develop somewhere around 1,500 horsepower. But a lightweight engine in a lightweight boat. We got 2 sizes of boats out there. Wow, and a big sideways exit out of turn number 2. And again, it gets right up on the starboard side. He's decided that discretion is the better part of valor and backs right out of it now. A very exciting ride there for Explicit on the exit of turn number 4. Lots more to enjoy today. 16 blown alcohol displacement boats coming your way in our qualifying period, and a few more practice runs. And of course, we've got Matt Hall coming to do something very, very special over the top of Lake Moala, coming up around about 2 o'clock.
Yeah, mate, this machine of Tony Hearn, the Explicit machine, he's really changed the game, like forever. Everyone's just been throwing massive horsepower at these boats and kicking the cav plate and working out how to get it through. He's completely re-engineered the whole concept of going fast in this forced induction category. One of the big things I saw in the boat when it was being built up in Sydney years and years back is that, oh, not years and years back, a little while ago, is an important thing is the centre of gravity of the boat. Obviously, the inline 6, the balance, the engine, and the lower centre of gravity in the boat, not only the overall weight, make massive horsepower to the Barra turbo. And he's working with a lot of these drag guys about how not to get turbo lag, how they, where they spool their boost and then feed it back in. And the thing that he's going to see, and you saw it and heard it then, this particular course, these hard bounce back waves, the boat's time walking left and right. It's a reality of racing at Yarrawonga. On a river race, you get this rocket ship out in front in flat water and you can't get anywhere near him. But he's going to need to qualify exceptionally well to get a good pole draw so he can get in front and keep in front of some of these bigger, heavier boats.